Maybe? Oh my goodness. Of course, this always happens. You start up a stream and there we go. What, oh boy. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm going to have you guys stick around for a little bit there. I apologize for I don't know what it was. I started up OBS. I crashed OBS and everything seems to be working fine now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what went wrong there. I do apologize for the technical delays there, but how's everybody doing tonight? Muffin, good to see you. Roxy Gun Project, good to see you in here. If you're still hanging around, I appreciate if something went down there. I do apologize, but yes, welcome on in. My name is Tom. I am the Astro Canuck. It is Astronomy Chat. It is a Friday evening. Tio Mechanico, how are you? What's going on, Tio? How's it going? Good to see you in here. Man, it's just that everything I could have, like, everything was like set up perfect. And then as soon as I hit start streaming, OBS just went up. It just stopped. Everything just dropped frames. I don't know what it was. Probably because I like updated Phasmophobia just as I started streaming, which was like probably the worst thing to do. Super tired today. Been a long week, but a productive one. But a long one. I feel that too. It's the sometimes I turn around and all of a sudden it's Friday. This is always crazy. Kieran, hello. Good evening to you. Officially, hello, Muffin. Good to see you. Good to see you in here. Just a bit of a little headache as it just started there, but it seems to be all right. All the cables were connected. It's one of those things, you know, it's happened before, and I said I should always do that, is just start fresh with OBS, because I've been playing around in OBS, and it's just been, I don't know, you know, should have restarted. What's going on, Orion? How are you? Roxy Gun Project, hello. Hello, Caleb. Captain, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you guys in here. It is, I said, it's Friday. And of course, you know, here we are. I apologize. Also half an hour behind schedule, but you know, these things happen, right?
Every star will die, including our own sun. And eventually all that will be left is a sparse soup of particles and radiation. Even the energy of that soup is sapped away over time by the expansion of the universe, leaving everything just a fraction of a degree above absolute zero.
Is he loud enough?
A TGIF, am I right?
I should make a cup of Tim's for the stream if you'd like. Please join in. I've gone a little bit of a throwback. I've got my tea mug for coffee. That's the little incognito drink tonight. All right, what is? That seemed a little low. I don't know if that seemed a little low for TGIF. Let's adjust that there. ASMR Pikachu Man whispers. Okay, I think like I said before, you know, even last week, audio issues. And that is just because I've switched things over. So trying to find it out, you know. You found a new tool to play with. You're going to be spending a bit of money, but the results will be fantastic. You get basically getting a Stream Deck, but with 80 buttons for less than $100. Oh, Tia, that sounds cool. That sounds very economical as well for a lot of people who want the benefits of a Stream Deck. I've missed too many of Jay's streams as well. That's the only thing. I feel so bad. At the same time, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. Slowly, gradually, we're getting back into the streams. We're getting back into hanging out with our regular crew and finding some new friends. Always wonderful to meet new people on Twitch, because you never know what amazing thing that somebody else is doing. And it's just it's a fun place to hang out, and you know, you find those right communities, and it's just a nice fit for everything there. It's also be useful for you making music, so you call that a win-win. That's good. That's good. You get Tim shipped to you down there in Las Vegas. Perfect. We were having what were we doing today? We were doing a little bit of talk for some changes around the house, and yeah, it was the mention of that there's a Tim Hortons in Scotland, kind of threw our friend off there for a bit. So we try to get Tim Hortons all around the world, wherever we can. But that's it's kind of like that. It's always like that first stop on a road trip, and then it's the stop on a pee break, and then it's the stop when just before you get to your destination. Tim Hortons in Manchester, I think so. I know I think they're up to like 10 locations around the UK. So they're getting there, and of course they add more locations as soon as I come back to Canada. But now I have one on like every corner. There's one in my backyard now. It's ridiculous. They're popping up all over the place. Oh, but how has everybody's week been? How has the week been going for everybody? Big weekend plans, or we kind of just keeping things low key tonight or this weekend? You built a 3x3 calyx today. What's a calyx? We, Mrs. Kanaka, we got our fire pit all together outside, so we are ready for freezing cold bonfires outside with roasting some hot dogs whenever things stay dry enough. Whenever that's going to work out there. Display storage thing from IKEA. Ooh. Okay, cool. Okay, I get you. That box. So like this, but better. I don't even know where that's from. I'm gonna say that's like Sears. Oh, there goes the internet again. What the heck is happening here? See, I don't know if it's something with OBS or if it's something with the internet. That's another thing. If this is going to be the case. Buffer City. Astropix, hello. Welcome in. As soon as this is all up and running again, I will formally welcome you. Doing all the buffers. Oh my god. Okay. See, I can't even see why. Like, it doesn't... Where's my options? Where is my debug? Crash reports? No. Log files? No. View current log? It could be something larger. Some websites and Instagram aren't loading. Could it be? If it's nothing on my end, it's not much I can do, which is really annoying, which is incredibly annoying. And it just everything kept dropping before. Yeah, smashed it. Yeah, totally broke it. Oh my goodness. All right, and it's like I have like no. I am doing a little bit of troubleshooting. It's like there's nothing here. I wonder if there's something with. Let me see here. I'm probably going to ruin things here. I wonder if it is something with No, this is really weird. This is really, really weird. So I'm getting good speeds on here. Oh, come on. What's going on? What can we do here? All right. It seems that hello within a foot and hello. Yes, hello. Hello. So I'm uploading at 30 at 3000 kbps. But yeah, I'm still getting a red square. Why is the red square? Why do we still have a red square? Dropping frames all over the place. It shouldn't be. It honestly should not be dropping any frames. Alright, let's... Who is causing an issue here? Some programs. Someone is doing something in here. Alright. AstroPix, hello. Within a foot, greetings. If I can pin down what is up with this, where these drop frames are coming from or going, I'll be happy with that. What is... Alright. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. How is it going right now? It's static from all the beard stroking. Oh, I wish I knew what was going on here. Like, why are we... Who's making me drop frames? Is there something on in the background? If it's not my audio, now all of a sudden it's like it's all the video here. What's going on? How can I diagnose this run live on with OBS? Because everything seemed to be working all right. Like, I don't know, do I need to what? No, it's not what I wanted. Okay, we're green now. That's green, but the fact that I can't even like right click on this stuff and find out what's up. What's going on there? Okay, so there may be some hiccups going through the stream tonight. I don't know if it's going to be me. I don't know if it's the connection through Twitch or if it's OBS. It's just that it doesn't seem to... Where's my tools? What do we got here? Server settings? No, that's not what we want. We want to do... We want to stream... We want to smooth run and stream, right? So naturally, it's... It doesn't want to do that. All right. We'll power through. We'll see how this goes. Now, it might put a little bit of a damper on trying to run Phasmophobia later. Someone playing Call of Duty in the house. I don't know what people are doing in the house. Everything else was downloading fine. I ran a quick little speed test on the phone, and there's connection. So I don't know if it's something with OBS, or is there an update that I've missed, or is it just Windows being annoying and trying to download stuff? But yeah, AstroPix, welcome in. Glad to see you in here. Hopefully your weather is going to improve. We're pretty much the same right now. I have the week is forecast for nothing but clouds. It is it's not looking good.
Will die, including our own sun. And eventually
no, and there goes everything again.
Particles and radiation. Even the energy of that soup is sapped away over time by the expansion of the universe, leaving everything just a fraction of a degree above absolute zero. But TGIF, am I right?
And we're dropping frames again. Just just redeem things, redeem channel points. I don't know if that's causing things. Is that making things worse? Is it making things better? Why is OBS doing this for me? which is... I know there's a button I can press to see what's happening here, what's causing the issue. So if I find out what's causing all these frame rates to drop, then we can get that sorted out there. I think, I don't know, is it? I don't know what it is. I'm wondering if I should have like restarted the whole computer beforehand. Like the things aren't working overtime in the background here.
Holy potatoes!
Even that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Is that one gone? No, that one's there. That seems to be working. Why? I mean, no reason why. You got the clouds ever since you got the EQ6R. How are you liking the EQ6R? How has that been treating you there? Well, so this is like a very... Things seem to be a little borked on this end, and I apologize for that. Let's see if I restart some programs here while we're streaming, because that's a great idea, right? Right? Oh boy. So yes, the plan today was to have a smooth running stream, talk about some astrophotography, talk about what's been going on lately in the world of space and what you guys have been up to. And tomorrow night, if everything is still working fine, we're going to do a little bit of a reprocess on the Christmas tree cluster. I'll show you guys how I kind of got to that image there that I worked on and spent quite a bit of time on. I realized like near the end I should have done a key step much earlier on there. Losman plate, so they're worth it. I have a couple on that sit on the Altair Astro RC8, and I feel there's a bit of a better. Pardon me. It just seems more secure. Like it's a thicker plate, so there's just more to grab onto than like the smaller dovetail. I've yet to have any problems with either one though. I think it just kind of comes down to if you've got some larger equipment on your mount. Plus, I guess there's more options to have different holes in there in your plate to be able to attach some more things. From Lily, is very impressed. I would definitely get another EQ6R Pro as my second mount, for mainly for the price, and it's just the reliability of this mount. I know maybe if I was going to get like a larger scope, that we would probably want to obviously go for a little more beefier mount. Like if I wanted to get like a 11-inch Rasa, I'd have to step up the mount a little bit more, because that's at its max. The weight of the scope is the payload for the mount. So I'd be probably really pushing. Although there are probably people who've used it, but I think I feel it's going to be the second one. All right, here I'm going to try something here. I'm going to redeem TGIF, and if that mucks things up again, I may have to turn that redeem off. Let's see what happens here. If that does anything, or if it's just a total coincidence.
And eventually all that will be left is a sparse soup of particles and radiation. Even the energy of that soup will be sapped away over time by the expansion of the universe, leaving everything just a fraction of a degree above absolute zero. The TGIF, am I right?
And there goes things again. Okay, I think I may have to turn off TGIF. I don't know if that's genuinely mucking things up, or if it's just if it's just OBS altogether. But everything was kind of going all Pete Tong before that even happened. I don't know. Hang on, it's oh, look at all that buffering. Look at all those buffers. I really don't know if that is what's doing it. We'll see. You just put one on your GT81 to use on EQ6R. Your EQM35 will now just be used with the Red Cat. So I had a Star Adventurer, and something just disconnected. No, it doesn't seem. Nothing seems to be helping at the moment. Like, I see the... What's up? I wonder if I needed to actually restart the whole computer if something had happened, if I had made some changes. But yeah, I don't regret selling my Star Adventurer, but I do want it back. I do want it back. I do want to be able to do that, to get that rolling there. What is up with this? Like, I can't... How do I... Why is OBS dropping frames? Maybe it's the server. I don't know. I wonder if it's the server. I wonder if there's something going on with. See, because now it's back. Now we're kind of bouncing back and forth here. Let's see. I apologize there. Okay. All right. Yes, there is problems with Rogers. There is problems with the cellular service. So that is why I'm losing connection. That is why things are dropping in and out of here. That's why we're losing things. There have been problems, and it looks like they've been being reported for a few hours now. At least that's what Down Detector is saying. That there's been like a steady stream of reports there. So now I know that's what's happening. I apologize for all this. We'll play it by ear. If it starts to get really crazy, then we'll have to kind of reconvene for a later time. But you know what? For now, I'm happy to hang out with you guys. I'm happy to be talking about space and about what we have planned. And I would really love to be able to play some Phasmo in a bit. But it's like I said, if we got the internet dropping out, then things are going to, be a little annoying. And like I even planned like a couple little, well, not a couple, like one little bit of like some little Halloweeny things. But it's not all the time. Just playing around with some different settings, and also things that we're kind of playing around with. Oh, well, there we go. That's not working either. I guess. Oh boy, that's probably cut out as well then. Naturally, Okay, so if that's cutting out, then that's a decent sign that there is more than, it's not just it's not OBS. It is the connections here. Let me, excuse me, here, look at my t-shirt and lower trousers. And my arm. There we go. All right. So now, because I pretty much ran over. I didn't run over anything. I ran out of the haunted ghost pepper chips. We've possibly a new hot something right now. I don't know if it's good. I don't even know. These are, what we got here? Blueberry plague, blueberry with scorpion peppers. It's from Pepper North. Now, I'm not about to drink any hot sauce or anything like that, but I also wanted to, it is a brand new bottle, so I have not even tried this stuff yet. I was going to dip these, because, space. Try these in there. So maybe get the something that tastes decent, hopefully, and something that might be like screaming hot. So that is the, I'm going to say, I'll go with the same thing as the hot peanuts. Same thing with the peanuts. I guess every 50 bits we'll have a spicy hot moon cheese crunchy Gouda bite with scorpion pepper on there. And if it is Gouda, yeah, it is good. It's delicious. And yeah, if it turns out to be like really, really ridiculous, then I'm bumping that that price up, because we'll see. Anyway. But that's the what we got in the background there, and I'm glad that, I'm hoping that this is I'm glad that this is happening tonight and not next week, because next week we're doing something a little special. We are going to be I'll tell you more about that in a little bit for what we want to do for the stream next Friday. Doug, what's going on? Saw a gorgeous conjunction of Venus and the crescent moon a couple of days ago. Sunset turned the few clouds pinkish red. Almost had to stop along the road and enjoy the view. Almost had to stop, but still, that sounds like a beautiful, beautiful view. I will wait. So we all enjoy that. We all experience this together. If like I said, any bits, 50 bits and up is where we'll do that. We'll try it out. But yes, it's there's been Venus and the moon have been very close together, and if you get you're kind of sitting in the right area, you're getting Venus, the moon, Saturn, and Jupiter all in one shot right now. And unfortunately, right now, Jupiter and Saturn are falling below the horizon for me fairly quickly, so we will have to. Oh, and we got this on too. I forgot I had that on.
Let's find out, shall we?
I forgot I had this effect on. Oh my god. I forgot about that. I think I changed. I think it was supposed to be 250 bits. Exactly. And then I changed it. I forgot to change it back for the regular streams. Well, bit of a bonus within a foot. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I will be well, even this way doesn't work. The same. There we go. All right, because I don't want to get it on my fingers at the moment, because I got to dip it in. Also, within a foot. Excuse me. Things are disconnecting all over the place. Thank you. Thank you for the 500 bits. Let's Do I have to shake it up? Do we need a little bit of a shake here? So this is a fresh bottle. And I don't know, I'm excited, I'm nervous. It smells like pain. It smells like maybe it'll taste better. Yeah, I remember how to use chopsticks. Okay. For 50 bits. Okay, those are tasty. And this is pretty hot. But I will... So that's 4. I don't know how many got in this bag. Alright, so that's 9 total. Oh, it's sneaking up on me now. But it tastes good. Although I say that now, but it may not be. It may not taste as good if there's 10 of these. See, this doesn't have the same dry heat as the peanuts did, but this is just getting all around. Hot. Those burn differently than ghost peppers. They have, oh boy. They have a different burn than the ghost pepper. And yeah, that's pretty warm. That is pretty warm. It's pretty warm. All right, Astro Picks. Well, there goes the tongue. Have a good night. Good to see you in here. Look forward to seeing you again on some future streams. Like I said, tomorrow night, I'm going to go through my image of the Christmas tree cluster that I recently posted on Instagram and Twitter, and kind of take through you guys the steps of how I reached that image there. It may not be the right steps, but it's hot. It's good though, but boy is that ever hot sauce. Buffering all at the right time there. I do apologize for the buffering, and I realize that if y'all may be bailing out on there because it is buffering out, I do apologize for that. Usually we have some good connections. Actually, now that we're everything's back online, Next week we're kind of getting rid of this this now janky internet connection, and we should be having our stable, steady connection with an actual internet company rather than this little bit of this jury-rigged internet puck. So yeah, it's that is hot. That is lingering. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, we should be having the the guys coming in to install things. So I'll document that and kind of share things. It will be all right. Excellent, Astropix. Have a very good night. Have a very, very good evening, and yeah, I will. That's burning. That is really burning. Okay, so this blueberry plague is good. It smelled like it was gonna be painful. So what do we have? We got some red wine vinegar, onions, wild blueberries, red habanero peppers, Trinidad scorpion peppers, sugar which is wildflowered honey, coconut water, lime juice, sea salt, garlic, white pepper. And that's pretty much everything that goes in that hot sauce. I like it. It's good. All right. So I'm not happy that that Rogers is mucking me about with things. So I'll turn back on TGIF because, pardon me, that is not the issue to my problem. So good to know. So that channel point redeem is back up for our Friday sessions there. Now, also, I've said before, I've tweeted about it. The fact of there is no Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5s reliably in stock, and it's been that way for over a year since either their release. I spoke with my local Walmart today, and they said they got 35 PS5s on the release day, and they haven't had anything since. They haven't had any restock since. So there is, outside of like astrophotography and kind of some of the streaming gear that I want to be using, there aren't a lot of things that I actually want to buy outside of that. And I think I have to resign myself to the fact that we are not going to find a Series X or a PS5 anytime soon. So Walmart also got caught for hoarding them too, though. Did they? See, I've only recently I've been kind of following some of the restock things and just a little bit of the news on the Series X and the PS5. The PS5, I really only want to get the PS5 for the Spider-Man games, and there's a new Wolverine that they're going to be releasing, and maybe just try to shake things up a bit as well. But the Xbox, I've had an Xbox since it was first released back in, was it 2000 or 2001? Whenever the first Xbox came out, I was eagerly awaiting my deposit, and then I get to the shop, and I didn't have my receipt. I didn't have the receipt, and they're like, oh. But luckily enough, I was friendly enough with the manager over there, and they okayed it, which was like, you're young and you want to buy an Xbox and you want to get your new video game system, and it was like soul destroying. You got your RTX 3070 by pure chance and not at scalper prices. Kudos on that. It's ridiculous. Sonic Atomic, good to see you. Good to see you in here. I do apologize if the stream does buffer massively. There is some internet issues in my area. So other than that, but yeah, good to see. It is annoying. Also, when you see Walmart does a lot of, at least there was Walmart and Best Buy that I was following on Twitter, of when there's restocks, even with GameStop. As soon as they're online, they're gone like an instant. Now, I don't know if it is just the volume of people looking for them, or if it genuinely is scalpers and they're whatever, if they have bots for it, to collect, to buy them up really quick. And it's just annoying. Like, you see there's an announcement that said they're all online, and like a minute later everything's sold out. And the same thing, I remember buying concert tickets. Trying to get any decent concert tickets was like ridiculous to get anything. Part of short. It's also the chip, the semiconductors. That's also that's the problem as well. But it's just the what also is annoying on Walmart's site. I'm neither for or against Walmart, but this is like annoying me a lot, is that they'll put the resellers items on there, and they got PS5s on there for $1,400. Same with the Xbox One X or Series X. And it's like, why are you allowed to do that? If it's on your site, it should be just the regular retail price. If someone's reselling it on Walmart, you can't sell it for any more than what they originally sold for it. So how are they okay with somebody else making a profit off of the items that they've massively made a profit on? So yeah, that's always annoying. And probably I banged on about this way too much even at home. So this is me officially resigning the fact that I will not see a next generation system for like another 2 years. So all that money goes towards telescopes. Yay! St. Jude's been caught hoarding millions instead of helping kids. Like, why? Just help people out here. Help them out. Yeah, win-win. There you go. That's it. So, yes, and helping out. So here's a bit of a segue towards what we want to do for helping things out. Is next Friday's stream is going to be a charity stream, and it is going to be in favor of Movember, and it will be donations made through our the donation button. What I'm looking to do is to raise some money to donate to Movember on my brother's behalf, because he has been doing the Movember charity for the better part of, oh my god, has it been going like 12 years now? He's been a Mo bro for quite a long time. So next week I'm gonna have him in there in the stream for a little bit, and just kind of talk about Movember and everything that we want to be doing for raising some money for men's health, there's a lot of people who've been impacted by cancer. So that's what we're going to be doing next week. Next week is to do a little bit of a charity stream. What we'll talk about more about what we'll be doing during the stream in the next couple of days there. Stecknets, hello, how are you doing? Good to see you in here. So yes, actually what I'll probably do right now is let me see if I can update this little bit here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to be running this until next week. So it's any donations that are made through the PayPal. I have my own amount that I'm going to be donating as well. But at the end of the stream, we'll make that donation to through my brother's Movember page there. So yeah, it's one thing that we're going to be doing there. That's we haven't done any kind of charity stream before, but I think this one's important for me. This one's important to us because our dad has been diagnosed with bladder cancer, so we are raising this money for him and everybody else who's been impacted by this. So next week we'll do some fun stuff. We will what else are we going to be doing? But we'll hash it out. I still got to have a phone call with my brother, and we'll get things together for that. But yes, everything else that kind of comes in for the donations, that's going to go straight to Movember. But for me, it's still October, because we totally missed October there. Yeah, we're hoping that things can improve for him. It's steady, It's always hoping to hear some positive news more than anything. But thank you, Muffin. Appreciate that. New study and news on the Milky Way stuff. What do we got going on here? What's the latest and greatest? Let me get into the Discord now that I know that it is not me. It's my internet. So yeah, apologies earlier for the for dropping the frames there, but that's oh I like that. Very nice. Now, what I have behind me is kind of everything I just had from before. So thoughts are there for what we want to be doing for further decorations. Behind us here, but that's it's still ongoing. It's still ongoing there. Super easy put together for IKEA stuff as well. That's always good. That's always good. I felt like one weekend, Mrs. Canuck and I put together two pieces of IKEA furniture, and we're still together. So I think that's a testament to how strong we are, that we survived two fairly robust IKEA furniture assemblies. You managed it in about 2 hours on your own. Maybe just not bad. Did you have some good music or some TV on in the background that was just some good background sounds? What is now? I know I have my favorite background movies. If I'm doing work on the computer and I'm doing anything that involves me like writing copy, it's purely instrumental music. I can't have any other words otherwise those are going to get into the lyrics are going to somehow make it into my copy, or I just start singing the song and I'm like, oh, I should have been writing something. So what do we got here? New observations of the center of our galaxy have been revealed that something is blocking cosmic rays from passing into it. Pardon me. But cosmic rays are so energetic. What do we got here? Short answer to why we can't trace cosmic rays back to their source, magnetic fields, a prediction of the exact path of the cosmic ray particle is impossible. Okay, I was wondering if I clicked continue reading, if it would have been behind a paywall there. Previous research suggested that cosmic rays are fairly evenly distributed throughout the Milky Way, but what the authors of this paper discovered from data collected by Fermi Large Area Telescope was that there were less cosmic rays at the center of our galaxy than expected. So are they trying to hype this up that there's like something there, something alien? Researchers believe that it could be the magnetic fields associated with the molecular gas clouds of gas in the central molecular zone, acting as a barrier against the transmission of cosmic rays. They write several mechanisms can impede cosmic ray penetration into molecular clouds, such as the effective magnetic field compression and the self-excited magnetohydrodynamic turbulence. Authors compare this effect to how magnetic fields associated with solar winds from the sun can block low-energy cosmic rays from entering the solar system. The blocking effect could alternatively be caused by the material blown in galactic winds by the supermassive black hole that sits at the center of the Milky Way, Sagittarius A star. The researchers also suggest that Sagittarius A star could be the powerful cosmic particle accelerator that they detected, or that this effect may be created by pulsars, rapidly rotating neutron stars, or supernovas, the explosive demise of dying stars. Now, we do love to image supernovae, as well as the stellar nurseries. And there's always that very definite telltale sign of a supernova versus a stellar nursery. And it's just the violent, wispy, aggressive look of a supernova remnant versus a planetary nebula, or even just the stellar nursery, like the why do I keep saying Andromeda versus Orion? I got them both on the brain right now. But we've had some excellent images coming through as of late, and I'm like so happy with how these images have turned out. Now this was our we did like 12 minutes on this one. We didn't do a lot of time on the Christmas tree cluster, but I ended up getting over 10 hours worth of data, and I stacked that up, and it turned out really, really well. So well, in fact, that I was going to reprocess it before I kind of released it, but I wanted to at least show you guys what the first version was that I got from this target, because it's the progress is also important with how things work out here with astrophotography processing, and that. So you don't want to be not so much that you don't want to be satisfied with your image, but there's always going to be room for improvement on here. And if I start zooming in like really close, we start to see that the background isn't as detailed, or not as detailed, as smooth as it is. So adorable. Hello. Hello, Pookie. How are you? Oh. I think I have to move my face here a bit. But this is the image that was about 10 hours worth of data, and tomorrow night on the stream I'll be editing it again, maybe be a little more concise about things, kind of tell you what I did. And what I also realized was a fairly important step that I hadn't done in a while on these images before. And after I did this one step, not to try to be clickbaity on this, everything just kind of seemed to fall into place afterwards. Now, it was star masking. I'm gonna give it away. It was making a star mask so that as we edited the image, the stars can sometimes get blown out of proportion, and a lot of the chromatic aberration starts showing through, especially because I am using a lens system, not the mirrors on the larger scope. So the stars can be like a little more blue or red on one side, and you can just start to amplify the more that it is that we're editing this thing. So obviously, the saying "garbage in, garbage out" is always going to be true for astrophotography. There's not a whole lot. Like, even I've shown when we edit, we've done editing on single images. Hello. Like, I'll show you what 25 minutes on the Christmas tree cluster. This is with a larger telescope, but this is like 25 minutes worth of data, and it looks okay, but there's very little detail in the reflection nebula. There's not a whole lot of definition we could pull out of the nebulae here. So that was only 25 minutes. Now, probably later on this season, I will be switching. Not probably. I definitely will be switching the camera to the larger telescope and try to do 10 hours on this target at this focal length, at like a meter in focal length, and get some really good detail on this, and see also the improvements over. Maybe even we'll do the 25-minute challenge on this image from Bortle 3 skies, and just see what difference we can get there, how much more detail we can pull out of this. So that is it's on the horizon, because it really, as soon as we get a clear night, as soon as we get some decent clear skies, somebody bought something. Somebody bought a telescope, not me. It wasn't me. Somebody bought something in the area, because we have at least a week of cloudy nights and cloudy days, like clouds, like the whole week. How is that? How is that fair? It's yeah, definitely what we want. We can't control the cloudy skies, so you know we have. There's plenty of data. There's actually another data set I have of the tadpoles, one of the neighbors of the Flaming Star Nebula in the constellation Auriga, and I spent probably got about maybe 6 hours on that target. So I will get that data set together, and like I said, we'll be reprocessing the Christmas tree cluster tomorrow, because while it's still kind of fresh while it's fresh on Instagram, while it's kind of fresh in my mind how I process that. So we will do a little bit of reprocessing on there, kind of run through what we did, and maybe even kind of try some more processing some processing steps earlier on, so we're not amplifying so much of the noise, so much of the garbage that can come through there, because I did dark frames on there, and I'm trying to ignore the red dot, the red square on my connection here. I do apologize that is doing that. You got your Hotech Advanced Laser Collimator a few days ago. Please use the best Dr. Evil impression for laser. Wait, you need to hunch more with the laser. Is it too much? Is it too much to get some sharks with some freaking laser beams on their heads? I don't know. I haven't watched it in so long. I don't know. Don't know. Now I gotta watch Austin Powers. Is it on Prime? Is it on Netflix? I don't have any Netflix or Prime logins on here at the moment. I can't check. All right. A little nostalgia, a little throwback. Now there's one thing I was thinking about doing was looking to get I think I still want to get a hydrogen alpha filter. And I know I have a one-shot color camera, and I kind of wanted to try out the mono binning with the ASI Air Plus and see how that turns out. And I think someone was saying that it's a half the size of the image, so I would almost have to do I have to almost bin 2x2 for everything else. So I'll look into that and see if that's what I need to do. If so, then I don't know if that's going to impact just how well the resolution is going to turn out there for how well the resolution is going to look for a final image. However, if we bin 2x2 but then drizzle 2 times, which is getting your image a little larger to help for any over or under sampling, maybe it can kind of even out. Maybe we can kind of get things evened out there. But I'm thinking that if I try that out, or even if I do mono binning with the tri-band filter, it's still going to be cutting out a lot of pollution. So now that we have 10 hours on this, I'm very happy with how the data has turned out from with as little light pollution that we have. So there's part of the other experiment. We'll run that next time we have some clear skies, which is Nori Kitty. Hello, Kitty. How are you today, Mojo Jojo? Good to see you. Good to see you. How are things? Now, I know I wanted to do some Phasmophobia tonight. How was your stream? What did you guys get up to today? What did you get up to? It's in the wash. My Nori Kitty shirt's in the wash. What'd you get up to? I've been having some internet issues today. I've been having some problems. And thankfully I know it's not my fault for once. And so it's kind of impeding the start of Phasmophobia because now I got internet connections all over the place. So we're kind of playing things by ear right now.
Potatoes.
This is working. This works again. That works better. Good. Just been trying out the new Metroid Dread game. Pretty fun game. Excellent. Wonderful. I have never actually played a Metroid game before. So, although I've seen everybody's been very happy with Metroid Dread. How's that going? Stephen McNotreal. Hello. I need Phasmo when it's not so late here. Yes, I know. Okay. We'll definitely got to organize another night. Actually, maybe even we might switch things up. Maybe tomorrow night if when my cellular provider gets their act together. Good to see you there, Steven. Good to see you. How are things? I know now that we're at back to the 5-hour difference. We're for those who are in the United Kingdom, in the European Union, try to start things a little earlier on the Fridays and Saturdays there. New internet speeds. We still have the same M1 Nighthawk router that we're running off of the cellular network at the moment. The brand new internet speeds should be with us Monday, Tuesday next week, and that will be the reliable, serviceable connection. But for when everything's been working, it's been good. Everything's been really, really good, and it seems that things have kind of evened out at the moment. Let me see if what's the latest report. No, it's still going in and out there. Oh yeah, there's still reports. And what keeps disconnecting? What keeps disconnecting whenever this drops out? So yes, Sonic Atomic, how the internet speeds, they're up and down at the moment. Yeah, there's still issues going on. I apologize. Mojo, your TikToks. I cannot help but laugh. Like, ridiculously. You know you have good internet when your friends come around to steal your Wi-Fi like you did. You nicked my Wi-Fi. How dare you? How dare you? You're sneaky with it too. Yeah, seriously, Mojo, the TikToks they're on point. Well, you got us around here digitally. We'll rally around each other, right? I am, like I said, I'm hoping to do a little rallying around next weekend for my brother, raising money for Movember and in support of our dad. So that is what next week's stream is going to entail, and I would hopefully by then everything is going to be running smoothly, because yeah, if things were kind of going down as they were tonight, I wouldn't be too happy with that. I'm not happy with it right now, but you know, I'll accept it at the moment. It's just people imitating other videos or memes. Vine was the best. Well, Vine had, they were just like, what is it, 6 seconds? That's all you had. It was like to the point. But TikTok, I know you can go on for forever on there. I think that was the same thing when Twitter up its character limit. It's kind of like, well, 6 seconds to be creative. That's why it was better. It's like there's some of those little commercials, some of those stingers for commercials. When I would regularly have commercials, they always stuck more than like watching like a 30-second or a 15-second advert. TikTok is the meme. That's all it is, right? I have a TikTok account, and I still don't even know what I would do with it. I don't know what to do with the TikTok account. And maybe that is the meme in itself, is just trying to navigate the intricacies of it. But really, it's, I don't know. I secured the name, that was about it. And even then, I haven't logged in for a while, so I don't know. You're TikTok famous. Yeah, you are. You're a TikTok star, Nori Kitty. I've seen your TikTokies. If TikTok had 6 seconds only, it would force people to be actually creative, and they would maybe be gooder. Do gooder. Do better. Be more creative. And here I'm hanging around on Twitch for hours on end. See, I haven't put. Do I have TikTok on the new phone? I don't even think it went on there. Where is the TikTok? It's not there. There it is. Oh, speaking of Mojo Jojo. Yeah, that's the one that killed me, Mojo. Your singing nostril. Which one did it for you there, Nori Kitty? Because I don't know how things work on here. Oh, that one. I see. Well, it's 370,000 views. That's tremendous. Yes, I did see that one. That's the one where your arms fell off, right? That one. Look at you go. Oh, now I'm taking all the internets over here. We seem to be getting like some regular thousands of views on there. People checking you out. My TikTok would probably just be like, that's about it. Every TikTok you see is someone lip syncing other content. One person does it, and 100 million others get on and do the same thing. I did kind of fall down the rabbit hole of the Grace Kelly, of the Mika, kind of that singing thing that Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell did, and seen some of the other. I guess some of them were actually pretty creative. What people did with it when people started including instruments without actually singing, that was kind of kink talk is fun. I mean, that's just now is that just the like the oh god nope totally even that blanked. John Cleese is fun, really. Lesbian lick talk is amazing too. Are you gonna say it or am I gonna say it? I can't. No, I. No. Yeah. Yeah. Lick talk. Do I have a? I don't even have any other. No, the moment's passed. What was the last quote someone did? That one's not any better. That's not any better. Actually, you know what? How do these... What? Excuse me? Just wondering how these actually taste on their own. Who keeps disconnecting here? This is just one of those days where I don't know how much is going to go right. Okay. So the moon cheese, they're actually good. They're actually good on their own when they're not like bathing in scorpion death sauce. Best memes dictionary, Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles was fantastic. I haven't watched that in ages. Why did it crunch? It's like they're little crunchy bites of tangy boldness. Holy freaking delish. This bag is full of crunchy Gouda bites that are so darn Gouda. And Gouda for you. Good luck eating just a couple. Yeah, it's true. I ate 10 that were smothered in hot sauce. Macaroon granola. What's going on, Mac? How are you? Welcome in. Hello, America's Mitten. How are you doing? Very nice to see you in here. Now, I do a bit of a reminder on things. I do apologize if the internet cuts out. There have been some reports of just some internet issues in the area, so that's we've been fighting with that all evening. So other than that, happy to be talking about astrophotography gear, astronomy, and hopefully, if everything works out, a little bit of phasmophobia. Because, like I said, it's still October for me. I missed all of October, and those puns were horrible. Like, I'm reading this, I'm thinking, you gotta be kidding me. But I think that's about as far as those go. But I had to get it because it was, you know, it says moon cheese. It's just, it's astrocentric. Macaroon is coconut, macaron is almond, and Michigan is the spookiest because Michigan is the pumpkin growing capital of the USA. I love pumpkin pie. It's funny because I think that for this season, our house was like the pumpkin growing capital of Canada. If the internet cuts out, there will be real riots in the streets. Not that the pansy stuff that took place last year. Or like when we first moved to the United Kingdom 10 years ago, it was like in the middle of those the riots that were happening in London. And we actually, as we were kind of touring around the city, it was kind of sad to see the places that got damaged by a lot of the riots out there. Yeah, it's like that was a huge mess. It was just sad to see a bunch of pubs as well that were just destroyed. Just crazy there. And what I can't even remember what spurred that on. Like, was it because was there some trial that was going on, or was there, I don't know. It was like that long ago. And yeah, it does seem like ages ago. I took an intro class in astronomy, and it totally changed your life, included you into science. It's the more that I study astronomy independently, pardon me, and the more that we're looking out into space, it constantly blows my mind. And I always want to learn more about it. I want to know more, and even just kind of sharing the knowledge with you guys, and also picking up on other areas, because there are many areas within astronomy, cosmology, that it's just more people are going to focus on different areas more than others, and it's just the gathering of all that information together. That it's just there's a vast amount out there, and if I say I know a little bit about everything, I'm lying. I just Googled, it was all over the police shooting. Five people died and 200 were injured there. Man, that's crazy. What blows your mind is that what's out there beyond Earth, and we're down here fighting over stupid crap. That's true, and I do go back fairly regularly to that speech by Carl Sagan about the pale blue dot, and really, like, I can't, if you listen to that and you don't have some sort of perspective gained from that speech, and it's just what are you doing to just to help each other out around here, you know? And not to be jumping up on a soapbox or anything like that, but it's said that astronomy is a humbling experience. And it can be, because you're looking up at the night sky, and almost no matter where you are, you're going to see some stars, unless you're just like in like the absolute worst light polluted area, which for me was like where we used to live. You're going to see some stars, but as soon as you start getting out into the country, just a little bit away from a city, everything just starts revealing itself even more. I forget the comedian's name, but years ago in his stand-up, he made a point to say, we're all here having fun, laughing, and asked a really funny question. I'm not sure if I know which one you're talking about there. We'll see with the what is the question? Now here's a question. Why isn't this in stock yet? Why is this temporarily out of stock? Put it back in stock, because that would be a fun build for our Lazy Sunday Lego stream. However, that is not the case at the moment. If this becomes available in the next couple of days, I am snapping that up, because we would get two free gifts with purchase. We get a Harry Potter theme and that little coffee cart, which is kind of cute. I think I feel like I am really stretching things on that one there for the sake of astronomy. That's how that whole Harry Potter set ties into things. And that's my excuse for wanting to get that set there. Otherwise, that just kind of wouldn't fit the themes. Although for Sunday morning, we will be continuing and possibly completing the Apollo 11 lunar lander. So that will be that'll be a fun one there. I said, do you believe in aliens? Good. Do you think they visit us? Those of you are dumb. 2 aliens flying in a ship by Earth. What's that? Asked one of the aliens. Oh, that's Earth. The other responded, oh, let's go down there. He replied, what? They're down there fighting over white and black. We're purple. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you think they're going to do to us? I mean, also the fact that if another civilization is that much more technologically advanced than us, then there is nothing we can do or offer or supply them that would be of any value, because we would be so far behind. Like if you think about how things were 500 years ago, and if there was a civilization that was sending out a signal 500 light years away and it only reached us then, it's very unlikely that we would be able to pick up that signal or respond. So they figured there's nothing they can do. Rafferty FL, what's going on, Rafferty? Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Glad to have you in here today. We are rambling on about all sorts of things now, and also just hoping that the internet is going to hold up tonight. It seems to have leveled out now. What's going on, Uncle Bill? How are you? Hello. Eddie, Eddie Griffin. Oh dear. Arcatufus, what's going on, Ark? How are you? It's like when Europe reached China, they offered the emperor a gift of fur, and they got laughed at and kicked out. Okay. What's happened to Eddie Griffin? What's he doing now? What's he up to? Just Uncle Bill? Anything we can do to help un-ugg? You mean China's got silk, Emperor doesn't need fur. But fur is so much nicer. Yeah. You're always at this time of year. It's seasonal work. Fair enough. I get you. That is I think if I'm going out and doing if I'm going out, I am more than patient to be you make your year in the fall months. So you're super busy, but you get it all done in the fall. Well, hopefully everything goes all smooth this season for you, and it can be as less as possible for you. Kind of like U.S. tax prep in the spring. Recently, I've started talking about taxes off stream because I do not even remember how taxes work. It was a little easier in the UK because they just either sent you a refund or not. Everything was all calculated. And if you made anything extra, you just claimed that, and that was it. Now, the interesting thing is to see what we can do here for Astro Canuck, for this business. What can I claim? What can we do to ease the taxes as much as possible there? So everything is a business expense right now, right? So even even this hot sauce should be a business expense, right? Right. Health insurance open enrollment is in the fall. Yeah, how does health insurance work in the States? Like, obviously everybody pays into something, right? Unless you don't, and then you're kind of pooched. Complicated there. Sonic Atomic. Is there, in that little bit there, how's the language in that?
feet down, 2.5. Picking up some dust. 4 forward, drifting to the right a little.
We copy you down, Eagle.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Which hypothesis of lunar and Earth origin do you agree with the most? Do you agree with the co-accretion hypothesis? That the moon formed alongside the Earth and we weren't struck by a Mars-sized protoplanet? So I'm more of the... I'm up with the protoplanet and the fact that there are elements on the moon and on Earth that match up. What's going on, Ken God? Hello. Our skies? There's no sky right now. I don't even have the camera outside. It is, we're clouded out. Actually, here's our forecast for the next week. Here's the, where is it? Bum, bum. That's next week. The time change, does that help? Yes, because here it is at 5:30.
40 feet down, 2.5. Picking up some dust. 4 forward, drifting to the right a little.
What's up, Sam Shung?
Down, Eagle.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no eclipse. Nothing there. The protoplanet stuck hypothesis is the giant impact hypothesis. Totally ludicrous, if you ask me. See, I've always been for the protoplanet.
And eventually all that will be left is a sparse soup of particles and radiation. Even the energy of that soup will be sapped away over time by the expansion of the universe, leaving everything just a fraction of a degree above absolute zero. The TGIF, am I right?
Is that even... Yes, I got the audio on that. Maybe I gotta turn up a bit. Anyway. What's going on, Sam Jung? How are you? Happy effing Friday. Well, that's going on well there. Every time you see or hear proto, you think of Ren saying, "You fat sack of protoplasm! Stimpy!" I loved Ren and Stimpy. More so, I love Billy West. All his voices are tremendous there. You're IT really, but your best client is an old school insurance broker struggling to stay afloat in the digital age. So he works for you full time during the season, even for basic stuff like data entry and inventory orders. So you've learned rather more about healthcare than you ever wanted to know. 6 years of doing that. There are, what have we learned? We have learned more about, since moving here, I've learned more about squash and pumpkin and gourds than I ever thought I needed to know. More about water softeners than I ever needed to know. There's a lot of information that's new that we didn't really anticipate being in our knowledge base. Watch the Happy Happy Joy Joy documentary. I've not even heard of that. All right. Hey, is that link with Eddie Griffin? Is that language all right in there? The giant impact hypothesis made a fatal assumption of the proto-global magma ocean that supposedly cooled the Earth's crust to form the continents. Utterly ridiculous. I gotta say, I am not up to speed and snuff on the different hypotheses to how we got our moon, other than a lot of the books have been do not play in stream. Gotcha. But I have it in the it's in my history now. I've clicked on the link, so that's there. So that's still there's a long list of videos to still watch. Yes, I mean there's so much in there, and it's like, you know, I'll try to put something on in the background, and then I get engrossed in it. It's like, okay, well, I've been watching this, and now I went down this weird rabbit hole of how fast people can chop potatoes. The Happy Joy really showed the behind the scenes of how the show came and the crap those people went through working for the creator. Now I've heard also I did have a couple of I did have a redeem on here that was Ren and Stimpy based before I had a microphone that I kept that I forgot to turn on or clip on or anything like that. But yeah, recently I took that off earlier than anticipated, just after finding out some other information about people who created the show. But as far as Billy West with his vocal talents, I still remember a story of I think it was part of the I Know That Voice documentary, or something else where Billy West was talking about the voice work that he did, and one of them was he came in early in the morning and after a night of partying, and he had to make a vomit sound. Problem was, he wasn't feeling that great while he was making these sounds, and apparently actually let loose on the soundboard, and people commended him for his commitment to the craft. And I'm thinking, oh boy. It's interesting stuff. Will kind of go like voice work. There seems to be there's so much more behind it than just someone putting on another voice and being able to, I guess, act and sing in the voice if need be. If the Earth's crust cooled to form the continents, then the Earth would logically have had two supercontinents instead of one at each geopole where the cooling is maximized. Fair enough. Okay. Now I see, like, my I guess my resources. To be fair, no, I can't even really comment on that because I haven't had enough intake of more of that beyond knowing, or not, you know, people saying that we're struck by a protoplanet. So if there's more information on it, if you have any links to kind of some more articles or papers on that, Mac, you know, feel free to drop in the Discord, just for more discussion, just hearing other points as well, you know. I'm anything if not amenable. We'll always check things out. So the next, we're at a weird, not a weird point, but I'm trying to think, what is the next investment for astrophotography going to be? Now, obviously the most latest one that we have, the latest one is the ASI Air Plus. This little device, excuse me, let me get our spicy items out of the way for the moment here. The ASI Air Plus is that's a little Raspberry Pi device from ZWO that we've been using over the past few streams. A little wireless antenna. Now, there are DC outputs on this device, and I have yet to utilize those. So I think I'll see if there's anything else that I have that I can power with the DC output. Possibly try one of the cameras. Now, I do have that plugged into a different power box at the moment, but I'm really enjoying this little bit of kit. And actually, because it'll clip into the telescope, it's like right up there with all the equipment, so I don't have extra cables dangling around at the moment. Now you can connect it to the PC and just download all the images there, but I've actually just grabbed everything off the network there. And yeah, for the most part, everything has worked out really well on this. So I'm happy to continue utilizing this bit of kit and finding out another use for the original ASI Air. Whoops. And what I really love about this actually is the live stacking that we've been doing on stream, and just watching that image kind of build up, as opposed to shooting a 10-minute exposure and then just hoping that everything works out all right there. You can look up the supercontinent Rodinia on the wiki page and see for themselves that it was the singular and located near the equator. And see, I would want us to just know more beyond Wikipedia. That's the thing. It's going through university. They never accepted anything from Wikipedia there. Third Rock found a good real-time stacker. You forgot the name. I mean, I'm happy with how this is. How the live stacks have gone with this one. This is the. So that was an hour on the Batten Squid Nebula. About 30 some odd minutes with the Bubble Nebula. Now we had some clouds rolling through, so that's why we got a little bit of nice soft halos around the stars there. But doing like 30-minute stacks, we're getting some good detail. And for a 72 millimeter refractor that we're using, I really can't complain about how these images have turned out. This one, Orion, we didn't spend... How much did we time to put on this one? I think we had about maybe like 20 minutes with Orion. Again, you don't need to put a lot of time on this one. But yeah, doing 3-minute exposures and seeing this kind of detail coming through. Now, this was an interesting stack here. This was the Spaghetti Nebula. And really, we were only seeing very faint bits of HA. And that was about... I think we did like almost close to a 30-minute stack on this for just 3-minute exposures. Probably should have exposed longer, but this was stretched to the max. This was like stretched to the limit of this of the Spaghetti Nebula. I was doing it in PixInsight. See, I still haven't. I want to get PixInsight. I really, really, really do, but it's such a learning curve that it's the time to put into it. It's not that it's not worth it. I did try PixInsight, and I genuinely had like 45 days to myself with it, and I thought it was great. But I just didn't. It didn't stick. The workflow. Everything just. Maybe it's because I've been involved with Photoshop for so long that it's like those processes are like ingrained. And just the working the tools there. But I definitely see the value with PixInsight. Also, being able to run StarNet within PixInsight, not have to. I had a really roundabout way of getting my my starless image into Photoshop. I'll show that to you guys tomorrow, and I'll try to do it again and see if it actually works, because there was, like I said, there was a big issue with that. And I don't know if it's just because like the latest version of Photoshop wasn't accepting the kind of TIFF that was put out from StarNet, or maybe there's an update to StarNet that I don't know of. But it was, just a bit of a difficult time remembering where everything was in there. So I think you really, really got to stick with PixInsight. But I've been using Photoshop for the better part of like 20 years now. So I'm familiar with how everything works in there. But again, like I said, Photoshop, we're bending it to our will to get astrophotography, astro images to start looking good in there. Whereas PixInsight, that's designed for it. It's designed to work with you, and all your tools are geared towards making your astro image better. But I mean, for the sake of the Andromeda Galaxy, how long we were doing, these are live stacks. They're 3-minute exposures. And, with a small refractor out here, I am just, we got some good detail coming through. And right now, Andromeda is also at a good point in the sky that we are basically shooting straight up for like the whole night. So that's another target that maybe, like, I've never actually done anything longer than a 2.5 hour stack on Andromeda. So, and that was one of the targets that I wanted to shoot and look at and see for so long. Like, one of my first images of Andromeda, it was absolutely tiny in the frame. Like, I was using this camera, so it was a much larger sensor than what we're using right now. And I think I was shooting it at like 20 millimeters as well in that area of the sky. So to be able to get these views, this is like the dream shot that I've always wanted to get. So now that we are in an area with low light pollution and Andromeda is at a advantageous point for us, then maybe that turns into the next target there. And if it works out that we get 2 nights in a row, and that's all we need to do for gathering multiple hours on a target and then working with that, then I'm very happy, because our integration time has seemingly reduced. Like, I did 10 hours with the Christmas tree cluster, and that just seems like better data than I've ever had. Ever. Even with like multiple hours and getting all the subframes together. It's just, there was so little light pollution, and everything was almost like pure signal coming through there. Going after the Elephant Trunk Nebula. How long was it? I want to say I think we were like minimum 30 minutes on these targets. And just with the live stacking, we wouldn't have been able to do a single 30-minute exposure. I did a 33-minute exposure on the Triangulum, and while it looked pretty cool, the guiding didn't hold up. There were streaky stars. They're almost caterpillar-like. So, to do that much time on this target and have that much detail available, it's worth doing a bit of an edit on this image and just even zooming in. There's very little noise as well in the image. So it is just, it's the patience. And a target, like doing a live image of this area in the constellation Cygnus, there's that Reflection Nebula and the Emission Nebula in this area. Like, doing something like that live, I was very happy with how that turned out. And man, that internet's going in and out tonight. But yeah, this target was now Third Rock did multiple hours in this area of Gamma Cygni Nebula, and it was a banger of an image. That was incredible. So just to be able to get reflection in using a filter that's designed for emission nebulae and having as little light pollution as I have, and I'm incredibly fortunate for that, and starting to see that detail come through in these short exposures. It's just that there's this less time that we need to really spend on these targets I'd be happy to start processing the images, because I want to put multiple hours on a target before you start trying to stretch the data. Otherwise, you're amplifying all the noise that's out there, and the signal isn't strong enough to be able to pull any decent data out of that. But there are a bunch of targets that I want to go and I do want to image more of, and realizing that if we have at least 5-6 hours a night available, then we're going to go after these targets and try to get something really amazing out of the night sky, something better than I've been able to image in the past, and just not fret too much about the data that's coming in there, You know, I think it's important to see what's up in the sky. I know that there's more out there than what our eyes, our meat cameras can see. And that's what I want to do here. That's always been the heart of what we are doing on this channel, is showing people some interesting areas of the night sky. And you know, we have our favorite targets, but we're also trying out some new targets, especially like, you know, the squid and bat. Like there's a little whiff of O3 signal, that light blue, that cyan coming through there. But you need to do more than like 3-minute exposures on there. Lady Inspiration, thank you very much for the follow. And Macaroon Granola, Mac, thank you very much for the follow as well. Glad to have you guys here. Hopefully everybody's doing well on a Friday evening. I do welcome you into the stream. We are kind of looking back at some older images that we've taken on stream. Lady Inspiration, hello. Because right now, where I am, we are clouded out. Actually, we are clouded out for like the next week. So it was get those images in while we could, and thankfully, because there's very little light pollution, yeah, I'm gonna bang on about that and maybe even kind of rub it in a little bit. We don't have to spend as much time as we have in the past, because back in the old place, we were in a Bortle 8. There is almost the maximum amount of light pollution that you would want to have, and we just weren't able to do as efficient of a live imaging as possible. But now, you know, we have a little bit of a different equipment. We have the ASI Air Plus, and you know, that is it's a new bit of kit for us, because we've been using the original ASI Air from ZWO, and this was a big jump because there was the generation in between for the Pro, and I'm very impressed with how everything has turned out on here. You know, for a target like this that I'd never really shot before, and being able to see, again, there's a faint little bit of nebulosity within here in a different signal. The red is hydrogen alpha, and that is one of the most abundant elements in the universe. But then stellar evolution, as stars are born and die, there are heavier elements that are formed, and more interesting elements that can come out of the, you know, when there is a supernova, it seeds life elsewhere in the, well, not life, sorry, it just seeds the other stars that can help create possibly more interesting organisms, interesting formations. You know, with the Bubble Nebula is another wonderful target that we've gone after in the past, and it's just, you know, the whole area is full of interesting star clusters and emission nebulae, stellar nurseries, or stars that are shedding their outer layers and just creating these absolutely beautiful structures out there that, you know, like I said, we're happy to capture this and show you guys more of the universe, more than when you look up in the night sky and just see a whole bunch of little points of light. You know, that's always what we want to see more of. So in my area where I'm at, there is very little light pollution. So looking out of the night sky, there isn't a lot of time needed even to get my eyes dark adapted before I start to see the band of the Milky Way. And again, being very, very fortunate in the position that I'm in. You know, for a quick little exposure, even on my phone, on its tiny little sensor, that we're starting to see the Milky Way. Like I've never had that happen before. I've been in areas where there's too much light pollution, and you would need to spend hours integrating the data to be able to do that. Mac! Holy potatoes, thank you.
Nebulosity Wahoo, Jack-o'-lantern, telescope, telescope, Jack-o'-lantern, telescope, Jack-o'-lantern, telescope, Jack-o'-lantern, telescope, Jack-o'-lantern, telescope.
Calf! What's going on? Doing a little lurk? No worries. Yeah, I forgot to turn this off. Sunday morning is going to be our lazy Sunday Lego stream, so I may as well just leave it on there. Oh my goodness. Macaroon. There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Oh my goodness. Holy potatoes. Thank you. Thank you. On to the spike of appreciation for you, the pillar of happiness. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. So as I was saying, astrophotography, and actually no, I was over here. To be fortunate enough to be in this area and take these images with more efficiency. It's just I'm able to share the night sky quicker with everybody, and just have a better time with our equipment and our telescopes, and just try out something new that we haven't in the past. Barks DX, break it down. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you so much for the follow. Glad to have you in here today. And Mr. Richard, hello. Love the flaming star. It's a beautiful target. I love it as well, and it's also for the fact that these are stars that used to be in the constellation of Orion. That these have been yeeted out of the Orion constellation and are reflecting. The reflection nebula. That's what I wanted to capture in this image here, with a filter designed for emission nebulae, and still being able to capture that blue of the reflection. You got it queued up in your Instagram feed. Excellent. I closed that tab. How are the skies in your area tonight? How are you doing for clear skies? Because we're in not a good position right now. We got all the clouds tonight. And actually, it's looking like that for like the next week. So I was happy to be able to get the scope fired up last week, and start to take some pictures, do some stacks like we did with the flaming star here. But it just doesn't look as favorable as I'd want it to be. All right, so I still have some minor internet issues. I was gonna creep your Instagram page there, but it's Instagram doesn't want to be cooperating with me at the moment. You had 3 hours last night before clouds rolled in. About 2 weeks ago, I had 5 nights in a row. Is that what you did with the 5 nights? Did you go after the flaming star? That seems like a good use of the time there. I would like to go back and reshoot there's a bunch of targets I thought looked pretty good with my DSLR, but I do want to go back and like reshoot them again. As I feel like, yes, I've shot them before, but it's like it's new cameras. Well, I mean, it's a new camera as compared to my DSLR. I still have the ASI 533, and absolutely loving the camera. And it's held up. It's held up against several moves as well. So I think it's a good, robust piece of equipment there. Now you got nothing for a while. You get one target a night. So that's what I tried to. The last couple of imaging sessions there, I had the tadpoles and Christmas tree cluster were available for multiple hours. So tadpoles, I think I got about six hours worth of data sitting there. Yeah, we went after flaming star tadpole, lobster claw, and the ghost in California. Some of you only got 2.5 hours on, but again, you're using a good camera, and 2.5 hours. There was which target did I shoot? Which one did I got like a very little time on it there. I think I haven't even processed the data. I have to go back and see what I have. There's a lot of data sitting on the ASI Air, the original ASI Air, that I need to get off of the unit and actually process some of those images there. All right, so there seems to be something up with. Okay. Unit. What's up, CJ? All right. I may have forgotten that I put that on there already. I may have become preoccupied with things. Yeah. No thanks. So that was in preparation for doing a little Phasmophobia, which if the internet is mucking or if the internet is mucking about, I don't know how well that's going to go. Well, what's going on, CJ? How are you? Also, if that was like extremely extremely loud, this that was one of the our redeems, so it's kind of really gets things going there. But I have no control over it. It's that's everybody else who would be redeeming that one there. Yeah, I totally forgot about it. It was actually really creepy. Internet problems. Hang on, let me poke this, swap that, 2 of them, jiggle these connectoids. Okay, internet's fixed. $500, please. Okay, here you go. There you go. Oh wait, no, you pay you. Here you go. Thank you, CJ. Imagine that. Imagine that worked. If we have no more internet connection issues for the rest of the night, then yeah. Wow. It seems like it did work, but yeah. Richard, holy potatoes. I want to share this, but if you're waiting to release it, then I won't show it on here. But man, that is incredible. I love the color in that too. That is like, that's smooth. I can't come out of the room. What if it falls? I don't think it's there anymore. I think we're good. Thank you, CJ. Thank you. 6 and 3/4 hours I can share here. All right, look, that's awesome. That is incredible. Like it's so smooth. It's so nice. Can we make it bigger? No, we can't. But yeah, that's incredible. That is really cool. And it's just like, no, it's just such an awesome target. It is so incredible. I love the shape of it. Seems very, very unique among everything else that we see out there. It just doesn't seem to follow the, not so much the standard, but it's just how there's no bubbling, there's no it's just a beautiful target. And the waves, how it looks like waves, but you see the cooling towers of hydrogen gas that are forming in there, and it's just it's a satisfying target to shoot. I've seen many takes on that, and it's just everyone has just such an awesome way of sharing that and processing things. And oh my goodness, I just forgot, Macaroon, you did 1,000 bits. You did 1,000 bits, and it has been a while since I've totally forgotten about. With bits come, well, before it was hot nuts. Now it's these hot little Gouda balls that go in the scorpion pepper, and because they're it's pretty hot. No, I was saying it was 50 bits. That's like 20 of these. Let's start with 10 in there. Yes, yeah, it does look like it's raining fire. Speaking of raining fire, this is the blueberry plague scorpion pepper. I totally forgot about the bits. Oh my goodness. Now there's me auditing myself on there. I'm surprised nobody said, eat those hot peppers, man. All right, so there's 10 of these soaked in the blueberry scorpion pepper. And then we'll do another 10 in a second there. That is part of the before it was hot peanuts, and then it was ghost pepper chilies. And this is scorpion pepper. Now, this isn't really so much as torture, but I like hot stuff. I tried out these moon cheese. They're pretty tasty. All right, so we'll go for the 10 right now, and then remind me in a minute to do the others. The goodest cheese. Oh, there it goes. See, this is a little different in the sense that this is like a wet hot sauce, and the past few things I've had have been this dry powder, which as soon as you breathe in, it goes right down your throat, and all the hot powder goes in your lungs, and well, that's pepper lung, my friend. The problem with this one is that it lingers. It coats your mouth. It's on my lips now. It's on my lips. And I gotta say, these moon cheese are actually really good. It adds a nice bit of flavor, and pretty much I can't taste any blueberry. I think they're full of it. So there's 10. But we'll 6, 7, 8. We'll come back to that in a minute. We'll let them get to know each other in there. let those marinate. But still, thank you so much as well for the 1,000 bits. That's very generous. I appreciate that. Now, because we are switching business models a bit here, we're still putting a lot of the money toward astrophotography gear. Get some more interesting bits of kit, like the Twitch was able to, well, not Twitch themselves, but just by doing this, we were able to get the ASI Air Plus and be a part of the. It's hot. Be a part of the Experience Officers program with the ASI Air Plus, and I got it back in early October. And because I was moving, it was a while before I actually was able to get it working and get things set up. So I know some people are starting to get their orders through with the ASI Air Plus, and if you had like the original and you're thinking about upgrading, I'd pretty much say like 100% upgrade. It is a big jump. I haven't had the opportunity to use the ASI Air Pro, so I can't speak exclusively on the jump between the two there. I know a lot more people are kind of going on about the technical aspect of things and just how the power is distributed. Pardon me. The hot sauce is good. The hot sauce is good, but I am. Well, you can hear that the tongue isn't working as well at the moment. But yeah, no, for the ASI Air Plus, I'm very happy with how it's how well it worked. The connection to it was there's very little problems with that. My lips feel like they're on fire. It has worked out really well. It's connecting to BlueStacks, so we are able to reliably run the computer or run the whole mount from the computer in here in the warmth of the office. So far, I don't really have anything negative to say about the unit. There have been some issues that have occurred, and that was mainly because I was in the wrong time zone. I was in the wrong daylight saving time hadn't been accounted for. And actually, daylight saving time occurred while I was imaging, and it actually didn't do the meridian flip on there. So that was like the only complaint that I had so far. Plate solving has worked out really well on that. So, I want to. I guess I'd have to really dig in deeper. Well, the live video, I haven't tried that out yet. Haven't done a planned imaging session with the ASI Air Plus, but it seems very straightforward. You pick your targets and just let it do its thing. If you have like things that are kind of quickly setting over the horizon, or or you just want to be able to do like a couple hours on some different targets there and build that up, it works out pretty well. What's up, Third Rock? How are you? How are you doing? So yeah, you're now minus 8 GMT. So yeah, we're back in Eastern Standard Time, and let's just do away. Let's just do away with all of that. No more time change. Let's keep it where it starts to get darker earlier in the evening. Now we're going to the next 10. Where the blueberry scorpions. It's been a while since I've seen Jay. I miss Jay Tenko. I miss a lot of streams. Slowly getting back into things. These have been soaking in the scorpion pepper sauce now. Oh look, it just started to buffer. Let's see. These are little bites that we're doing here. There weren't any. They were all out of the Packy Ghost Pepper chips. So I had to try something else out there. And the heat is impacting my ability to use chopsticks as well. It's burning. Now I got a bunch on the side of my lip. But it tastes good. Who keeps disconnecting? Something keeps disconnecting with the internet goes out. Whose booty is that being thrown in a circle? It's interesting to see what kind of makes it past the the emote filter, because I've seen some people who got dinged for something that has nothing to do with what they're being hit with, and then you get this puppy throwing it in a circle. Yeah, that's hot. That is a that's a different burn than the ghost pepper. This thing just takes over everything. Scorpion pepper takes over so much in the mouth, and it really hangs on the tongue. It's good though. It's good. It burns. So the internet's been going all over the place. At least my connection there. Good to know that it actually wasn't anything to do with OBS or anything else on my end. But frustrating that there's nothing I can do about it. So if the internet does keep cutting out a bit and causing a bit of buffering, do apologize. Also, my tongue is pretty numb right now. I don't regret making that choice, but it is hot. I haven't been able to stream because your internet ping will go through the roof from 7 to 11. Is it just like high? Is that like high traffic for you guys, or pleading on? Yes, yeah. The tongue is pretty. It's not doing what it should. It's just this entity in my face. So. Oh, there was the internet again. High traffic near your area. One thing that I've been told, and hopefully that is decent. Just a little ways down the road from me is a lot of the customers have fiber now. We don't have it yet. It's probably a little ways off, so we are still using satellite internet. However, he did say that we will get the lion's share of the broadcast signal coming off the tower. So, or at least that sounds like we're going to have a lot more reliable uptime, as well as hopefully the top end of the speed. Because as long as we can upload, as long as we can get those upload speeds, we could probably even increase the data a little bit. Because right now I'm streaming at 3,000 kbps. Before I was at 4,500. I'd like to get back to that point. Maybe even up to 5. But yeah, I do know when we eventually get fiber in this area, it will not be saturated at all. There'll be very few who are going to have access to it. So it should be, again, all the speeds, but in due time, because like I said, there's long-term plans for all this, and it does extend. It's going to extend beyond Twitch, but there's going to be a lot of digital elements to what we're doing with Astro Canuck and what we're doing with with astronomy outreach and science communications. So, it is the long-term plan eventually to start having star parties in our property, and eventually having the opportunity for people to rent out cabins and experience the Bortle 3 skies that we have to offer. And just hopefully also at a time when we have reliably clear skies as well. The bonus is, now that living in the latitude that I'm at now, as opposed to where I was back in the UK, I have some hours of astro dark year round. Before, I would lose it. Physically lose the astro dark, not mentally lose the astro dark. Where we would, it wouldn't get any darker. The sun would still have an impact on the night sky. I just ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know. I'm prepared for you now, CJ. I'm prepared. But bring them on. Bring on the jokes. Bring on the memes. That's what we want to do here. If we ain't memeing, what are we doing then, right? But yeah, so those who are kind of coming to the stream at this point now, next Friday, we're going to be doing a bit of a special charity stream where we're going to be donating any money that may come in for. We're going to be raising money for Movember on behalf of my brother and my father, and my brother has been. My brother has been part of Movember for a number of years now, and he has raised quite a bit of money over the years. And I think this is what I want to be able to do to help him out, and have him share his message on what he's been doing with Movember over the past few years, and show off his Mo at just a little over the halfway point there. Enter a new password, chicken. Password must contain a capital. Chicken Kiev. When Chicken Kiev was kind of first introduced, it was this luxurious food, and you do it right, it's just all the butter in the world is encapsulated in that cavity of chicken. And now I think I want to have Chicken Kiev for dinner one night. What time is it now? 10 to 9. That's still early enough for some Chicken Kiev. So I did have a little bit of scene changes available for Phasmophobia today. Now, it seems the internet's been dropping out few and far between, although I have 7.3% of all frames that I've been producing tonight have dropped. 18,374 frames have dropped off the face of the earth, disappearing into the ether of the internet, and there goes something else now. What keeps disconnecting? I feel like I really need to restart the computer. Not now, though. Not now. But maybe after a day of working on the computer before a stream, always reset it. Always kind of see if we can bring things back to normal there. For the most part, everything else has been staying connected. So I don't know who keeps dropping off there, and who keeps making people think that their mouse or something is disconnecting from their computer, causing those little bits of errors. All right, so what I think I will, let's see what we do here. Drop the internet connection here in terms of Firefox. Have that. Let's stop that from taken some resources. I've shown you guys what the weather forecast is like for the next week. It is absolutely grim. It's not what we want to see. However, tomorrow night, that means that we are in a good position to do our rainy day astronomy and do a little bit of image reprocessing on the Christmas tree cluster, which I have released on my first iteration of that on the Instagram. That's that one there. So we'll reprocess that image tomorrow. Now, actually, you know what I need to do? Not only do we have to make it rain, but I'm going to have to start adding a snow. I'm going to have to add snow into the mix there because we got a little bit of mixture of rain and snow this weekend. But I know as we get deeper into the winter months, we are going to start to, well, they said they don't measure it in inches anymore. It's in feet. How much feet of snow are we going to get each month? So we are slightly prepared for that. As long as I don't have to drive anywhere, that's all right. Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow. I'm trying to break into song, but I don't think it's going to happen. The last couple of times I tried to break into song, it was terrible. Nova Charter. Thank you for the lurks, sir. Appreciate that. Hope you are doing well, but glad to have you in the lurks. It is much appreciated. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow night, we'll reprocess this image. Kind of run through it a little quicker than usual because I did spend the better part of a couple of days working on this image. Again, restarting. Actually, to be fair, I didn't actually restart on this one. I did throw out certain processes and start over to a point. But yeah, I never actually threw the whole thing out and began from the TIFF, the original TIFF image there. So we'll kind of run through everything what I did on here and just try to get to a close enough point of what we see now on stream, and just try to stay on task, but you know these things how they turn out there. But I do appreciate those who have dropped some comments and likes on the images in the past little while, who have seen what we've been up to, and just to be able to have a single 16-minute exposure on the horse head. Do a live stack accidentally of the Pleiades and adding so much data in there, and waking up at the right time before the telescope crashed into the mount. That was risky. That was a risky snooze on that one there. Falling asleep at the telescope. But luckily enough, because I do have the pier extension on there, I still left it on there because I think it's just for that reason that if anything ever kind of went wrong and it kept tracking, there's less chance that it's going to hit the telescope is actually going to hit the legs of the tripod. So we don't have to worry too much about that. But I think what we'll see about doing is the Christmas tree full res. If I didn't do any cropping on this, in our data set, it is drizzle 2 times. There's 2 times drizzle on that. So we are at. I did scale it down for Instagram. So the original one, it was 6,000. Essentially 6,000 by 6,000 pixels, and I just scaled it down to 1080 on this one before I uploaded it to Instagram. So yeah, Photoshop downscaled the image on there. So it will. So the stack is available in the in the Google Drive link for those who are subscribed on the channel. But we'll be adding I'll probably end up adding another 5 hours again on top of this. So this is about a 10 hour stack. So I'll add some more time in there because I'm thinking about using this as a Christmas card, and if I can get the best possible image out there and send it out to people. The full let's see, it's open up. Where is the? Let's take you guys over here. Show. Alright, I'm not going to open the PSD file because that's going to be 6016 by 6016. We'll open that one up. Let's take you over to over this side. So that's at 12%. And there's 50%. And then we start to see where I stopped taking care of the stars. But it's kind of like the Foxford Nebula, this kind of area. I really liked how it turned out. But there is that's 100% on the target. But I'm happy with how it turned out. I think I could have. That's also what I want to do with going back, is control the stars a little better as well. Also start to mask them earlier on than when I did there. Yeah, I'll probably throw in the L. Actually, I'm thinking about throwing in the L Pro for the next time we image, just because the way how everything looks with the tri-band filter, and to get the star color, because that is the thing with these blue stars. They're not all supposed to be that cyan. So yeah, it'll be a little bit of a reprocess tomorrow. The L Pro might be hurting me for broadband. How would that... So you can see that there's where there's a bit of a mess in this area here. So how would the L Pro be hurting with the broadband? Also, I was happy to I made sure to keep the Hubble's Variable Nebula in frame there. But if I really kind of cut things off, I would have lost it. See, I also wanted to try out the there was a quad band filter. Someone in Bortle 4 in the Netherlands, he stopped using his L Pro and just used the bare sensor for broadband. If I'm shooting more towards the north, I may, pardon me, keep the broadband or the filter in there. But Maybe we do try it without a filter. I mean, it'll definitely get rid of the rings, the halos around the stars there, around the brighter stars. So yeah, that's the there's a little bit of a tour of the image there. We'll look at that in a little more in depth tomorrow for tomorrow night's reprocessing there. And this is interesting, these little bits here. I want to say they almost look like bow shocks from stars, but I can't imagine that at 300 millimeters I'd be getting that kind of detail coming through there. But yeah, no, I'm catching ill effects of the scorpion peppers. I mean, the weather is our weather is pants for like the next week. So the darker your skies, the less you need. The more aggressive filter, the light curve, the less data you're actually getting in terms of the OSC cameras. I was going to try the mono binning with the ASIR Plus. Does the ASIR Pro have the? Are you? No, you're not using the ASIR Pro, are you, Third Rock? Who was using the Pro? I was wondering if mono binning was on that one as well, or if it was something that was just added on the Plus. I don't recall. But I wanted to try that out with the tri-band filter and just kind of build up, use that as a luminance layer there. I think Bill Nash. I think he does have the Pro. We'd have to summon the Nash and find out. But we'd it'd be interested to see. I mean, I'm sure there's a comparison somewhere that someone has written of what's new on the Plus versus the Pro. There's tons. That's of a greater improvement from the original ASIR on this one. But it's and there's still little bits we haven't actually I haven't explored on there, especially the planning mode. To have a night where that would be beneficial, because we have how many hours do we have of dark? How many hours of darkness do we have available? So Astro Dark starts at 6:30 and ends at 5:30 in the morning. Get Star Color and submit it for an APOD for real. I'd be tempted. This is like the first target in a long time that I've, that I haven't bollocksed up really. So that may be before we move over to the RC scope. Maybe we'll get the broadband image in there. Let's get the Star Color in this image. But yeah, that's that's not gonna be anytime soon, because that's our sky for right now. That's what we got to deal with. But we have, astronomical dark from 6:30 in the evening till 5:45 in the morning. So we have almost 12 hours. That's pretty darn good. Now, also, we're coming in on a full moon, so really that means that the 19th is going to be clear, and we're not going to be able to shoot broadband. We'll still have to go in narrowband and add some more time on there. But I think what we'll do right now is I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to get another coffee. because sadly this one is empty. But then we'll also come back. We'll see about doing a little Phasmophobia. We'll jump into that in a little bit there. And if anybody, and really for the sake of the stream, I'm basically just going to open it up to an invite only session. And I guess really if no one is looking to hang around and do some Phasmo, then maybe I'll do some missions solo. Because that's not scary at all. Well, yeah, we'll have a quick comfort break, and we'll boil the kettle and have another coffee available, so that we can at least have the soothing flavor of coffee to combat the ill effects of the spirits. And hopefully the internet's going to hold up so we can actually enjoy the game and nothing cuts out there. So I'll switch things over to Phasmophobia in a second when we get back there. BRB screen. What are we going to leave you guys with here? I think we'll leave one of our images on here. What's a pretty one to look at? We do like the flaming star, but I think I also like the I'm gonna leave it on Orion. Orion is familiar. We know what that's like. So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes there, and we'll jump into some Phasmophobia for sure, because it looks like the internet is holding up there. Right, yes, back in a few. Camera off, thank you. Damn it, CJ! to become famous. Wow. Interesting. Usually it's like a weird name. A weird name, but Lazy Rider. That's pretty lazy. Toodaloo. Toodaloo to you. Let's go with that there. There we go. Hello. Hello. Welcome back. On a Friday evening here. My name is Tom. I am the Astro Canuck, and we are doing some astronomy chat tonight, and also we're going to do a little bit of phasmophobia. As long as the internet holds up there. Linolette. Let me butcher your name a little bit more. Hello there. How are you? Welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. What's Phasmophobia? Phasmophobia, a ghost hunting game, because, well, I missed a lot of online streaming during October with lack of internet. So I am making up for it in November and playing a little bit of Phasmophobia to satiate my Halloweeniness, because, you know, it's a scary game. Well, I enjoy the scary aspect of it. A lot of people think it's just funny, but usually on the stream we are doing live astrophotography, taking images of outer space, such as the Orion Nebula there. The scary stuff in space, that's clouds and satellites mucking up our images. But yes, we're usually doing live astrophotography. Unfortunately, I am clouded out, and this is the Orion Nebula and the Running Man Nebula, and this is about a 25-minute stack, I believe. I can't remember the timing on it there, but we have recently acquired a new bit of kit. We can do live stacking of these targets and not worry about long exposures being ruined by poor guiding or poor tracking, or, well, maybe a target that is just very poor in the signal, or we only have this little whiff of hydrogen alpha in the Spaghetti Nebula. But then there are other targets like the Andromeda Galaxy, which are just beautiful to look at. And always happy to be imaging these targets. And, you know, at 2.5 million light years away, our nearest galactic neighbor, so close, in fact, to us that we are gravitationally bound to each other. And in about 4.5 billion years, we'll have a great big star party. But until then, we'll enjoy the Andromeda Galaxy from afar. And yeah, just enjoying it there. It's like reliving your childhood dream. What's your childhood dream? My childhood dream was to become a professional wrestler. That didn't turn out. However, I am happy to be in the field of astronomy and science communication. Well, aiming to be more in the field of that. I am a graphic designer, but I have the passion of astronomy. You wanted to become an astronomer. Would you? Well, I mean, you don't have to divulge all the information, but, you know, I guess courses of life do change. You got distracted by the beauty of chemistry and tried to become an engineer. And that didn't end well. Oh dear. Let's see. I think I had thoughts of becoming a teacher, and that's kind of changed a little bit. I mean, I am erring more towards education and just kind of talking to people about astronomy because I love it. And if I love it, I want to share it. I want to talk about it. I want to bang on about astronomy as much as possible. And by doing that, we are doing live images with the telescope in my backyard when the skies are clear. However, nights like this, we like to just talk about how much we hate clouds. You're a corporate trainer now, so that's kind of like a teacher to be swamp dreams. We may have. I think we did. The internet is apologies for the mass amount of buffering. It's actually it was quite a while since we had to drop out there. This is an anomaly for today. And like I said, we're going to do some I was going to aim to do some Phasmophobia, but if the internet keeps cutting out like this, I may have to actually. Oh, I'm getting a little more speed back. Yes. We're anticipating next week. Maybe if I talk slower, there's not a lot of data that has to go through. Next week, Monday or Tuesday, we are getting our reliable internet installed. So we should hopefully eliminate all of these problems that have been plaguing us over the past few weeks. But yes, we are waiting for that kick to come back in. Otherwise, I may have to... I know! CJ, make it work! Make it work! Make it happen. Am I freezing and like weird expressions? If I just kind of... Will they have the buffering? Oh, this is terrible. There were plans, we had things we wanted to do and see and talk about, and now I'm gonna... Oh, it doesn't show signs of starting, 'cause the internet is farting. Let's see what the status is. We barely got the internet. There's issues. Now they say there's no issues reported. What is happening? Oh, it looks like we... maybe. Is it coming back? 3,000 kbps. 3,000 kbps returning. There were quite a few reports still. Apparently, they got everything sorted out with Rogers. But that's a bit of a stretch. Oh boy. I swear, our internet is usually much more reliable. I hope. I really hope it will be. But everything is just going down. What is up with this? Now we're catching up here. Let's get things green, shall we? Super green. I don't know if it's going to be coming back. I don't know how badly things are buffering here. I do apologize for that. Scorpion pepper. No, we're very far behind on things. That's quite the lag. All right. I think I may have to forego... Dang it. I may have to forego Phasmophobia. Because if I can't get this... If the internet is not going to be reliably working, if we're going to be dropping frames all over the place for seemingly no reason at all, then I hate to say that, we have to... We have to wrap things up tonight a little earlier than anticipated, which is unfortunately a little bit beyond my control. So, for those who are in, I'm going to type these messages out. Yeah, internet. So yes, those who are subscribed, those who are not, that is what our raid messages will be. But yeah, we'll find someone to send you guys over to. I think actually Econ Greg is streaming right now, so I think we'll send you guys over to Greg. He's doing some live astronomy. So yes, I do apologize for the way the internet isn't behaving for me, and it's also kind of robbing us of our time together. So let's see if we send you guys over to. We'll send you over to Greg. But yeah, until then, if this works, I'm just gonna send this on there. All right, we'll do that. We'll send you guys over to Greg. Thank you guys so much. I've been Tom. I am the Astro Canuck. I'm not here to change the world. I'm here to share the universe and get a little bit better internet connection. Take care, everyone.